Yes, it's everybody's favorite time of the day once again. Welcome to Satoshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's date is Sunday, the 13th of April, 2025. The year BSV comes alive. Right, let's get into it.
See Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go, rock and roll. Right, just laying my eyes on these numbers for the first time today. We got Gregcoin at 80,943. Everybody knows the reason we call it Gregcoin, because this is your mysterious creator of Gregcoin. We've got Bcrash 794. What a joke. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? But then we got Bitcoin. The original protocol goes right back to the Genesis block. It hasn't changed, making it the real Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only ever digital commodity backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on earth because it's an extension of our own personal freedoms and liberties. You can see that when Gregcoin forked off, they had to implement replay protection in order to stop transactions flowing back onto the main chain. Same with Bcrash, they had to implement replay protection for the same thing. But the original protocol and only chain of signatures that goes right the way back to the Genesis block is now got the ticker symbol BSV, but it's just Bitcoin. That's all it is. Right, let's have a look. $28. Blows my mind. $28. Right, so before we look at the hash rate, let's have a look at difficulty on Gregcoin. Yeah, like literally an all-time high, highest it's ever been, and yet the price is coming down. Miners are going to be screaming. Difficulty adjustment on Bitcoin, oh, going up a little bit, just a little bit. A very fluid difficulty adjustment there on Bitcoin, as it should be, so the miners don't get caught out by sudden sharp increases and decreases in price. Hash rate on Bcrash ticking up just a little bit there. That'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to see an increase like that on the mining pie charts, so we'll have a look at them when we get there. Yeah, all right. So that's hash rate done. Network node. So for anybody who hasn't seen a network node, these are the backbone to the new global financial system, the world's first ever commoditized digital network for commercial use cases. Honestly, it just blows my mind every time. Just absolutely massive. All this from just one 9-page white paper. Literally just sensational stuff. Marathon mining, look at that. Look at that. So that's what it looks like. That's amazing. Amazing. So just now we know it's 0.19 transactions across all the Bitcoin forks. Bitcoin's got 86.38%. Let's have a look at that across all forks. Look at that, 53% representing 2.8 million transactions. So it's 53% of the entire market, consisting of 40,000 shitcoins. And look at that. So Gregcoin, Ethereum on there, XRP, absolutely smashing them. And yet we've got a coin here that's in the low 80s in market cap. Absolutely crazy. So 2.8 million. Let's have a look at this. Yep, 2,835,863 transactions in the last 24 hours. Certi hash 1.4 million. Weather chain 1.3 million. Very good. Right, let's have a look at block sizes coming through then. Here we go. 276 megabytes, 308 megabytes. 366, that's the biggest block in the column so far. They're all right. They're not bad. Look, Gregcoin still can't get all of their blocks over a megabyte. Look, something is happening on their chain. Like just these last week or so, they normally have all their blocks over a megabyte, but not this time. It would suggest something is up. Again, time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see. B Crash, no blocks over a megabyte. Fisher Price Cash still can't get all of their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. But Bitcoin absolutely smashing them. Do we get to see any more? I might have to refresh that. Let's have a look. Oh, what is that? Is that all we get from CoinDance today? Seriously? Seriously? Oh, might have to come back to that then. Never mind. But we still got to see some blocks coming through. So, you know, just for anybody, we'll have a look at the mining charts anyway. But, you know, as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, what we need is the block fee to surpass the block reward. And then we have an economically self-sustaining system, which is exactly what the Cabal are trying to prevent by implementing these second layer solutions, starving the miners of the transaction fees. So as the block reward goes to zero, they'll end up with nothing and the system will collapse, which is what they want. And as Satoshi Nakamoto said, it's strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one. Let's have a look on CoinDance. Do we get to see anything? No. Oh, never mind. All right, let's have a look at the mining then on Bitcoin. Kuv 30%, QD Link 26.2, Tal 25, SA100 15.63. A Gorilla Pool really being squeezed here down to 2.5. Mining Dutch trying to get it looking at 0.63. Let's have a look at Crypto Quant. So exchanges still getting rid of their reserves, dumping them hand over fist. Right then, so Tether Weather. Look at that, not too much on the week there, considering we're used to looking at $1 billion a day going in there, pumping the shit out of the shitcoin market. But well, I mean, again, they're trying to restrain themselves, but never been audited, got no MICA license whatsoever, you know. And yet they reckon they've got a $144 billion market cap of absolute shite. You know, a lot of people holding that shite going to end up with nothing when the music stops, you know. Jeepers, jeepers. Let's have a look at money. Market cap. Oh, so we reported on this yesterday. So market cap still 27.7 million. But yeah, I mean, probably expecting another batch in soon. I mean, it's a fantastic start for again. That's what you want. You want financial data on the most secure digital network the world has ever known or ever made. That's the one you want. Fantastic. Short positions then, short ratio, where are we? 0.4. I mean, that'll flip massively when people realise, because when education catches up with speculation, you can guarantee the speculative prices will soon start to match their fundamental values, which means Coin at zero. Oof, it's going to be devastating. Coin Codex. OKX 1.2, Gate.io 1.3. Binance Futures 4 million, MEXC about 670,000. Poloniex down to 6.3. That's if these are correct. Huobi 4.4 million. Hotcoin 1.2 million. Anything else in the millions? Doesn't look like it. There's a few exchanges doing a few thousand. Zedixian doing like $10 worth. Seems very strange, but let's have a look at Huobi. Yeah, 24-hour trade volume of Bitcoin 4.3 million. No surprises there on the chart. Gate.io 1.3 million. They're doing all right. Yeah, for a relatively small exchange. Qcoin, let's have a look at this. Again, that took a while to load. We'll have a look at OKX. For here we go. 1.1 million on BSV USDT pairs. Not bad, not bad. Qcoin said there was that candle up to $60. $60. that was huge the other day, but nothing to write home about here. 24-hour high $33, 24-hour low $28.66. So we're at the 24-hour low right now. Let's have a look at DXS app. Bitcoin versus Gradecoin. Look at this. We saw this yesterday. Like, what on earth is that? What was that? Look at that. And this is against Gradecoin. So this means that Bitcoin is moving first. So they saw that, and the obviously the Gradecoin market manipulators sprung into action. They were just like, whoa, can't be having that. Let's bring that price right back down again. Then traders are like, we'll have some of that and push it back down again. But that is blatant manipulation there. You know, demand coming in, and then they're like, oh no, we'll push it down. Demand comes in again. So BSV is changing hands. You know, Cabal dumping it. Truth is buying it, is what it is. Look, Truth is up, Cabal down. Truth is up, Cabal down. I mean, just a phenomenal opportunity of a lifetime, potentially. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Look at that. So, quite strong against USD, certainly since 7th of April. Looking alright. Again, I mean, it looks like artificial suppression to me. Is what that looks like. You know, genuine demand coming up there. Wow. Just cross-reference that with Orange Gateway. So yeah, look, we had demand going up. Look, boom, keeps coming up, and then the market manipulators push the price down. Fascinating. I mean, it's breaking out. Look at this. 24-hour high 31.82, low 28.74. So almost at 24-hour lows. They just can't afford for the price to break out. Look at that. Keeps popping up and coming back down, rallying up. It's fascinating to watch. Fascinating to watch. David versus Goliath is what it feels like. Yeah. Satoshi Observer then. So 10 thousandths of a cent per transaction. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. 30 transactions per second at the moment compared to Gradecoin that's on 5 transactions per second. And then Bcrash on 1 transaction every 5 seconds. Transaction P is over half a cent now. Knocking on the door of 1 cent per transaction. No good for a peer-to-peer electronic cash system at all. And the price over 10 times. 10 times more of genuine Bitcoin and Gradecoin. Look at that, $83,000. Absolutely insane when you realize what we're looking at. Absolutely insane. In terms of utility, look, 10 thousandths of a cent and already doing 30 transactions per second. And they'll tell you that it's a scam coin and that Craig Wright is a fraud and that it's only been out since 2018. Nah. It's really only started scaling since 2020. You know, nobody's ever seen anything like Terranode before. That's only going to be on genuine Bitcoin. Great stuff. Right then, so overall market cap $2.6 trillion, 24-hour trade volume down to $68 billion. $68 billion. Wow. So Gradecoin in 83,838. Trending downwards in 24 hours. Up on the week though. We'll have to cross-reference out with the rest of the market. Ethereum recovering up to $1,583. XRP $2.01 or 14 cents. Yeah, the rest of these shit coins. Look at that. They say the market is manipulated. Look, these coins do nothing. It's an absolute psyop. It's a psyop against the one protocol that actually threatens the economic power of the big boys, which is genuine Bitcoin. BSV, where are we now? Jasmy's recovered. Where's Bitcoin? Oh, look at that. 83 in market cap, $28.55. So just trending downwards over 24 hours. 24-hour range. High of $30, low 28.42. Currently 28.55, a 24-hour low right now. Doing alright on the week. I mean, historic. Literally historic lows. I mean, absolutely crazy historic lows. That's what we're looking at. So in terms of breakdown of volume, we've got Huobi in the lead. So that was like 4.4 million. So CoinDCX should have the same. Gate.io was just like, what, 1.1 million. Hotcoin in 4th. OKX in 5th. Interesting. Right, there we go. That's your Bitcoin forecast done for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi at Semi.com, Handcash.io, Rockwallet.me, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.